Brand new week. Welcome to MX Conversations. My name is Kwame A.A Opoku right here on MX24. You know what we're doing. You know exactly what we're doing. But listen, guys, we're in the midst of a pandemic. Everything seems chaotic. Now, everybody is trying to vacillate and be able to walk and do the right thing in the midst of something that none of us prepared for. So I'm sending you all the positivity and all the light that you need for your week. Now, this week, the conversation is one that you will love because it's something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I know that it is something that you absolutely need. So, you're going to have to wait and find out what it is. But before we kick into the main conversation, let us do our tech trends for the week. This is something that we do every week where we either review a product, a gadget of sorts, or I tell you what is happening in the tech space. So the first thing I want to bring to your attention and I want you to pay attention to is some of the changes that are being made on one of the biggest platforms that we all use called WhatsApp. Now, it's been going and brewing for a while now. A lot of people are worried about it because Facebook, which is the mother company of WhatsApp, has brought some new privacy changes that's gotten a lot of people alarmed. Now, if you don't know anything about this, you can check it out online. Check out the articles and all the details and what it means to you. A lot of us sign up for platforms, whether it's social media or any of the other internet platforms, without reading the T's and C's, the terms and conditions. Why? Because it's a lot. It's a very long line of a lot of words, and we couldn't be bothered. It's like, I don't have anything to hide, so I don't mind. But guys, this is a little bit more dangerous. So a lot of people have been very unhappy, very concerned about these new things that Facebook is going to roll up through WhatsApp. Now, what is it actually going to mean for you as somebody who's using it on a regular basis? Well, what they're saying now is not only will Facebook be able to collect information and data from your WhatsApp, but they will also be able to activate your audio and listen in on your calls. They will be able to tap into about 20 other apps on your phone to pick information from there. This includes your transportation apps, it includes your utility, your productivity apps, your emails, and all of that. So imagine signing up for WhatsApp, and because of only WhatsApp, Facebook and WhatsApp would be able to listen to your calls, turn your video on, and all of that. And they are actually updating it in such a way that if you do not agree to it, then you're going to have to leave WhatsApp. So this week, everybody is wondering, where do we go next? A lot of people have been speaking about Signal, which is an end-to-end encrypted messaging platform that a lot of people think would be a better option. Others think, let's go to Telegram as well, where they believe that it is better and your privacy is a little bit more assured. So, what are your concerns? Are you going to leave WhatsApp because of this? Did you even know that these policies were coming? Well, if you didn't, that is what is on everybody's mind as to how do we protect ourselves from big tech. That is tech trends for this week. When I come back from my commercial break, I have more for you. Stick and stay. Welcome back from that commercial break. Now, today on MS Conversations, I want us to have a conversation about something that I am extremely passionate about. And one of my very good friends in Nigeria, Sisi Ned, she has started a foundation and is rolling out a program called I Will Never Fall Mugu. So, what we're going to talk about today is how to protect yourself online. Cybersecurity, your privacy. And look, we're going to do something very practical, very, very easy to digest. How do you protect your WhatsApp? How do you protect your email? Your social media handles as well, right? Because recently somebody very popular in Ghana, Ronnie is everywhere, lost his account when he had gathered over 300,000 people. I also have somebody specially who's going to help you protect your cars, protect your mobility as well. So not only online in terms of your social media stuff, but generally how to protect yourself in this new technology infrastructure age that we're in, because a lot of us keep falling victims. And one that I'm very excited about that I cannot wait for us to dig deep into is social engineering. That link that you clicked, you have no idea what you might have installed. So to do this, I've brought three amazing giants in this space, and they're going to be doing this with me. Now, the first, of course, is my brother Adib Sani, who's a security analyst. He's going to tell us a little bit about the work that he's doing. Also, I'm bringing my very own brother. You might have seen him on MX24 on my other show. One of the guys that I really trust when it comes to tech, Mr. Foster Akugri, who runs the Hack Lab Foundation. And of course, I am also bringing to you Kwame A.A. I call him Genius, an amazing digital expert. He's one of the guys that has really, really walked this space and understands what's happening. So, gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, let me start with you, Adib. Just a 1 minute introduction of the work that you're doing before we dig deep into this conversation.
Well, there are two issues at stake. We have the Center for Human Security and Peace Building, which is an NGO dedicated to advocacy for human security rather than the fiscal security way of approaching issues of security in the country.
Sure.
People having access to basic necessities of life.
Yeah.
And the business aspect of it has to do with using modern 21st century technology to ensure safety. One of it being GPS tracking for vehicles, which we developed here in Ghana.
Absolutely.
And of course, the use of surveillance system, access controls, etc.
Fantastic, fantastic. Foster, for you and I, this is almost like an extension of conversations we have every day. I'm sure same can be said for Kofi. I want us to go straight into this conversation. How risky is it to be online? And just let's first look at the risk involved in being online. Kofi, I'll let you also take that question as well. And then when I go back to Sani, we can talk about surveillance and GPS tracking and all of that. But how risky is it to be online in terms of safety? Let me start with you, Foster.
Okay, so the moment you log onto the internet, you become a part of a global network, right? And on this global network are people who are on for good and who are on for bad, right? Now, for you to effectively use the internet or online services, you may have to volunteer some information or establish certain credentials to get that authentication to be able to use whatever service it may be.
Okay.
So let's say I go on Google to search for something, right? The moment I log on to Google, it activates my location.
Okay.
So it's able to track where I am at that particular instance using my IP address.
Okay.
Right? It needs that to be able to tell that I am in an environment that is not flagged, or I'm in an environment that is not identified as a threat. Now, once it has identified my location, anyone who is online and is trying to track traffic within a particular geographical area can see that I am online.
Wow.
I will be blinking online, right?
Yeah.
So that is the first exposure to us being online. So if I go on WhatsApp, if I connect to any device that connects directly to the internet, I automatically expose myself to that global network. Wow. Meaning anyone, anywhere, planning any malicious automatically has access to me.
All right, so a little break there. Now, I'll bring Kofi in here for Kofi to pick up the same question, and I'll come back to you, Foster. I lost you for a second, but I'll come back to you. Let me talk to Kofi really quickly and ask you, Kofi, when you are coming online and you have no idea of some of the things that are lurking, because we understand that there's the standardized web that everybody utilizes, right? But we also understand that there's the dark web and there is the deep web as well. So my question to you, Kofi, is I'm coming online. I don't know any of these technical things, but I want to make sure when I come, I get the basics. Let's start with a very simple app like WhatsApp, all right? Now, Kofi, I'm on WhatsApp. how do I protect myself from people hacking me? What are the two basic things I can do right now to start protecting my WhatsApp? Let me hear from you, Kofi. Kofi, can you unmute so I can hear you? Can you please unmute so I can hear you? All right, talk to me, sir.
So most people don't know this, but then WhatsApp has a two-factor authentication built in. So it means that you can actually protect your chat with a PIN, right?
Okay.
Now, the basic thing you could do, just go to settings, your accounts, privacy, and you can turn it on.
Okay.
Most people I've seen don't have this turned on at all. So what WhatsApp does is that occasionally it asks you to put in your two-factor authentication PIN,
okay,
which is a very good safe measure to prevent people from using your number to chat without your consent.
Okay.
Another second way I recommend is that, you see, WhatsApp is able to sync your chats to a web app, right? WhatsApp has a web version. And most people don't know that I could actually take your phone and scan the QR code and then be reading your chats on a different browser that you don't know of, right?
Wow.
That is one thing you always check. So occasionally just go to your WhatsApp settings and then go to web app and then check your recent logins and see if you are familiar with the browsers that are using your chat currently. So most people don't know this. I mean, most people I've met actually have fallen victim to this, that people were reading their chats without their consent.
Wow.
It's actually very hard to a WhatsApp chat.
Yeah.
It all have to do with social engineering. In this second scenario, for instance, if I have access to your phone, I could just take it, open a browser, and then scan, and your chats will be on my browser, and I'll be reading it.
Wow.
So for you to be safe out there, always be checking if your logs or your chats are being synced to another browser. It's a very simple thing to do. Just go to settings, check WhatsApp web, and then see if you have any logins there. If it wasn't you who initiated it, just log out.
Clear it. Okay.
Should be good to go.
All right. Fantastic. Now, my brother Sani, yours is extremely important because it involves our mobility. I have seen movies where people are driving their car, and what happens is whilst they're driving, their car system gets hacked and somebody gains control of the vehicle. And we thought these things were very futuristic, but now we know that self-driving cars and electric cars are coming to the market. Please talk to us a little bit about the dangers involved in our mobility and what the GPS tracking systems and the surveillance systems you have or we have today by courtesy of technology is helping us do. Let us understand that terrain as well, please.
Well, perhaps we are gradually, transcending into the use of automated vehicles that wouldn't require a driver.
Yeah.
All you would do is just to sit in the vehicle, and with a voice command, the vehicle will send you to your location.
Yeah.
Obviously, technology has its pros and cons, and some few partners would want to take advantage of the technology to, as it were, perpetrate their crime. There was even talk about some criminal networks able to hack into the system of an airplane and even hijack it electronically.
Yeah.
Can you believe this?
That's mind-boggling.
I remember also some time ago under the Obama administration, a drone was sent over the skies of Iran. And guess what happened? The Iranians were able to hack into the system and safely landed the drone on Iranian territory.
Wow.
The Americans couldn't believe it because what they fear is reverse engineering. And that's exactly what the Iranians did. They invited the Russians, they invited the Chinese to come and take a look at the way the whole drone was crafted. And today we have quite a robust drone industry all across the world.
Yeah.
From Turkey with their Besiktas, that did a lot of damage to the Armenians during their war with Azerbaijan, to UK, to China, to France, all over the world. And talking about GPS tracking, I think it is important for us, especially with the kind of cars we use these days.
Yeah.
Not so long ago, I had a friend of mine who started a delivery company. And I told him, you see, with the nature of your business, with motorbikes all over town, you need to track them.
Yes.
Because criminals, they can easily steal a motorbike and there's absolutely no way you can get it. He didn't listen to me just because of 400 cities. He didn't listen to me. The night a motor was stolen, the guy didn't want to go to bed without GPS trackers on the
he will install it. He will install it.
Exactly. And recently, with the help of the police, we were able to bust a a syndicate that steals motorbikes. Then they send it to an address location at Laboni. Then they disseminate. I mean, they
disassemble it,
the bike into pieces and sell them. Exactly, and sell them in bits and pieces.
And parts,
and we're able to break that brain thanks to GPS technology.
Tracking.
And about 2 months ago, we tracked an Uber vehicle that was snatched. And when we tracked the vehicle, we realized it was speeding at about 120 kilometers an hour towards Aflao. So we called the police, the Volta Regional Police Command. Then they asked us where the car is. We're able to tell. Then we said it was near a town called Akachiabo. So they informed their patrol unit there who mounted a roadblock. And I told them the vehicle would get you in an hour, in 40 minutes, in 30 minutes. And the very minute I said the vehicle would get to them, they arrived to them. And they arrested the 2 criminals and they were shocked.
Wow.
You can also shut down the engine of the vehicle in case of an emergency from the comfort of your phone.
Wow.
So with just 600 cedis, you can be protecting a vehicle worth about 200,000 cedis. What more can you ask for?
That's fantastic. Now, I need to wrap this up real quick. But before we do that, Foster, let me come to you and so you can land. But I want you to, when I come back and we're wrapping this, so Kofi, Foster, and Sani, every one of us is going to have 1 minute, 30 seconds. Give me your 2 commandments of protecting yourself. So I will start with Foster, 2 commandments to protect yourself online. Kofi, you give me 2 commandments to protect yourself online. And Sandy will give us 2 commandments to protect your mobility and that vehicle that you spend so much on. So let's start with you, Foster. What are the 2 things in 1 minute that I need to do to be safer online?
So 2 key things, right? No encryption or no system is totally secure, right?
Yes, absolutely.
There's always, law enforcers always require tech agencies to leave what we call exceptional access, in common terms, backdoor.
Yeah.
For when there's a need for them to hijack. That is what happens when a plane gets hijacked, because this backdoor is open.
Yeah.
It's not only meant for good guys. Who says the bad guys can't find that backdoor, right? So 2 key things you need to do is always keep your devices and your softwares as updated as often as possible, because they are updated to cover all bugs or gaps that were identified in the previous updates.
Yeah.
Right? And always have strong passwords.
Awesome. Thank you. 2 commandments from you, Kofi, as well, on how we can protect ourselves online, our emails, our social accounts. What do I do or what do I not do? Do I have Kofi with me? Well, whilst we wait for Kofi to jump in,
yes, I do.
Okay, talk to me, Kofi. What are the 2 commandments I need to observe online?
All right. So first thing is that for every account you have online, make sure you have 2FA turned on.
Two-factor authentication. All right.
So that even if someone manages to hack your accounts, they can't log in without your consent.
Sure.
Secondly, use a password manager for all your passwords. Don't store your passwords in a browser. Use a password manager like LastPass or OnePass, so that you know that, okay, your passwords are safe on a different place apart from your personal computer, which is always the best option to go for.
That is fantastic. So 2-factor authentication, and always keep your passwords in a safe app like LastPass that Kofi is recommending. And Mr. Sani, 2 commandments on how I can protect my vehicles in this world of technological disruption. What should I do or what should I not do?
The third thing is proactivity. You don't have to be reactive. You don't wait for something to happen to you before you start running looking for solutions. Use GPS tracking devices. And trust me, now we have CCTVs for vehicles. And I picked the phone because I want to show you this.
Yeah.
Take a look at it. This is a CCTV camera for a vehicle.
Wow.
It's able to record the front of the car, the back, and of course the inside of the car 24/7.
So if anybody entered to do anything, you will be able to see them real time.
On your phone,
Fantastic.
Anywhere you are in the world, you can see what is happening in your car, in front of your car, and at the back of your car.
Fantastic.
Okay, and we need to be alert also. Let us avoid bumpy shortcuts at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Let us be mindful of who is driving behind us or the possibility of someone following us home, especially late at night.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. So thank you, Foster. Thank you, Mr. Adib Sani. I'm coming to get that for my car, by the way. So I'm calling you right after we're done with this. And of course, thank you, Kofi. I'm going to make sure I've provided their social media handles so you can get in touch with them and get more information on how you can protect yourself online. Do not for Mugu. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm going for a quick commercial break. When I come back, I have some more juice on MX Conversations. Stay tuned. Now, today, I have something special for you. Vusi Tembawayo, all the way from South Africa, talks to us about what the top 3% performers in the world do different from the other 97%. Check out our motivational video for the week right here on MX Conversations.
Hey friends, I hope you're well. This week's random music. This week I wanted to talk a bit about the top 3%. That's what I want to chat to you a bit about. If you follow any pursuit or endeavor, any form of conquest, sports, business, arts, culture, anything where human beings endeavor to perform better than other human beings, there's something called the law of averages, which is that there are people who are below the average, but the average person fits into this big bowl in the middle called average. Then you get this tiny little group of people at the top. My fascination has always been with the people at the top. Think about the world's fastest man of all time, Usain Bolt. So is Usain Bolt the world's fastest man because he's more talented than anybody else? Or is he the world's fastest man because he has a genetic advantage? Or is he the world's fastest man because he has the best training? Is he the world's fastest man because he has access to the most advanced science? Or is he the world's fastest man because of all of those and he's only 1% better than everybody else? I learned that I didn't have to be 100% better than everybody else. I didn't even have to be 10% better than everybody else. I only had to be 1% better than everybody else at everything. Go watch Sean Roden when he won Mr. Olympia. I'll never forget, there's that shot of Sean Roden coming out and there's the light from the back and you see Sean Roden's waist this big and his shoulders that big and that beautiful arch up, right? Now, you're probably watching this going, why the hell is he talking about bodybuilding? Let me tell you why I love things like bodybuilders and athletes. It's because they have to train tens of thousands of hours to make that 1% improvement. That additional 1% is tens of thousands of hours more than the 99% of the people beneath you. So, if you're busy studying for an exam, if you want to be right at the top of your pile, you got to make sure that you put in more hours. If you're training, you got to do that too. You're running a business, you got to be up earlier, sleep later, work harder when you're in it. So the top 1%, when they get there, they make it look effortless, which is the last thing I want to share with you. The curse of genius is it makes its gift look effortless. And so when you get to the top and you are that top 1%, one of the things you'll realize is people either won't recognize it, won't reward it, or won't give you your dues. Why? Because you make it look easy. If you're watching Usain Bolt run 100 meters, he makes it look easy. So you want to do it. So, your task, look at the things you do, look at where you want to improve, and just ask yourself, how much time are you putting in? All right, that's this week random music, guys. Cheers.
All right, so that's it. And that brings an end to the show. I hope that message was powerful. That random music was able to get you thinking on what you can do to improve your life, your business, your career, and every other aspect of it as you move on. Guys, we're back same time next week. Check us out on social media across board, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, MX24GH. We're right here to redefine television like you've never seen before. MX Conversations is back same time next week. I cannot wait to bring you another all-inspiring conversation right here on MX24. Have an amazing week. Enjoy yourself. Life is short, guys. And please, please, wear the mask, strap it on. Now we're hearing that 2 is what we need to stay safer. I don't know what you're waiting for. I will strap on like 15 if I could, but the thing is I might not be able to breathe. Don't go and suffocate, but please protect yourself, wash your hands, always have your hand sanitizers with you, and enjoy the rest of the week. Shalom, peace be with you. Cheers, guys.